Okay. Today our film will be devoted to the cooking, and I'll cook a dish of which I'll tell later, but this is the realization of my dream, because sometimes I ate this according to this receipt, and now I can shoot, well, my friend can shoot a short film about it. So, all ingredients I carried with me. We are shooting this film at home of my friend, Yuri. But what I need for this cooking, this is my pail, plastic pail, in which I like it very much because it's a veteran pail. And in this I need some ingredients. These are foodstuffs. I'll show it later. And this is what I'll cook with. It's an electrical cooker. There's a lot of things there in this kitchen, but at my home I have only this. So this is the cooker. And the last thing I want to show about before we make a break, it's ingredients. It is the soy sauce. Rather, not the strongest. It's called the stalks of bamboo stalks. Of course, anything needs onion. Anything you want to prepare. The main ingredients is the fillet of chicken fillet.
Like of Henry, if you want to make a soup, you need a potato, a meat, and an onion.
Yeah,
and they are looking after onion.
But it's better to have chicken, garlic, lots of them, and an eggplant. This is very important. The thing is to prepare onion, to cut the onion. Of course, all the hostesses, they prefer to make it on a desk. But if you make, for instance, if you cut a potato on the desk, it slips, it sticks together. And if you, I prefer different.
In hands.
And this is my way of cutting the onions, because you can put it exactly where you want, not just in one. Of course, it's if you don't want to cry, you have to do it like that. Or you may just sit on the dish on plate, which is, I think, enough. This is very important. How to prepare the chicken fillet. Of course, it's too big. This dish is for one man, for me or for Yuri, because I have some other food with me. Yeah, but this is too big. So you have to slice it somehow. It's like this. And here you may put it. Of course, I'll put it down. All the chicken must be close to the fire.
Looks nice already.
Все
quite edible.
Ну, естественно, будет лучше. How to scare the eggplant? No, that's just natural. You just do it like this, and now it's too big an eggplant, so I slice it only half of it on top.
It's easy to handle anyway.
Yeah, it's my favorite food actually. The chicken now I mostly substituted with mushrooms, but this eggplant is what I really like. The roasted or fried eggplant. Well, I think for the beginning now I must confess that I forgot about the garlic. The garlic must come down together with the onion, but I forgot about it. But this is a little know-how, how to scale the garlic. For instance, you take just this little part of it, and you slice it before scaling, like that. And thus, it's much easier to scale.
So split in two first.
Split in two first, and then cut.
Start scaling.
Yeah, I even confessed this secret to some experienced hostesses. And so I must put it back like that. Then I'll continue scaling onions, but we'll take it out of the film because it's a very tedious and not interesting. Then my receipt is that I must put all this bunch of the garlic. This is to my taste, but it may be different. It depends upon the people like garlic or don't like. I like it, but not raw. But when it's roasted, I like it. Okay.
So
because I guess that this somebody done this, but nobody roasted it with this sauce.
maybe Chinese.
Soy sauce. Now be very careful.
Not to spill.
No. You must know how much sauce you have to pour into it, because it's very important. And of course, it's very important that all the surfaces must be even. If it's not even, but of course you may make it even, but okay. Excuse me.
It's difficult to make it on the boat. Then.
Yeah, because it's warped. Then the result will be much less sufficient. Let's switch on. And wait. Of course. And wait.
Вишенка на торте.
And when it will be ready, after that, I'll add to it tomato.
So no salt.
No salt, because it's a very big mistake. If you salt together with the soy sauce, it will be too salty, over salty. So, but it must decrease in volume. Then I'll put tomato.
Okay.
And if it's too salty, you must add water. But now we stop the film and we wait until the chicken meat becomes white.
I see.
When it becomes white, which this would mean that the dish is ready. And that's all about it. But you must, okay, there are some nuances, some additional nuances, but they are not too many. Okay. Okay. And so, while we are waiting for the dish and keeping an eye on it to be ready, I'll tell the viewers about quite different matter, because I want to combine the cooking with the serious intellectual problems. And one problem is the genetics of Donald Trump.
Why this?
Because it's sort of my discovery. What about his genetics? The younger brother of Trump was a pilot, and he became alcoholic and died of alcoholism. And there is a genetic variation on the part of one gene, which is called DRD4. This is a dopamine receptor gene, which has polymorphisms. What is polymorphism? It means that in different people, in different parts of the population, you have variants of this gene. The variants of the gene are called allele. Allele. In Russian I would say allele, but in English I should say allele. So there are at least 3 alleles of this dopamine receptor gene. Most common in most of the people. I'm sorry, I must look at it. And okay, listen. Another secret. Now you must move this plate constantly, because on that part it's almost ready. Here it's not. Okay, because of course I have to interrupt my lecture because I want to prepare it well. So most people have some nucleotide repeat in this gene. A part of the genome is repeated 4 times, and it's called DRD4, 4R, 4 repeats. But some people have 7 repeats. And for instance, we too have, or most of the population have 4 repeats, but Trump has 7 repeats. That's my idea. Okay. And when this feature appeared in the history of mankind, there is a paper in such a very important journal that is called PNAS, P-N-A-S, the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, USA, the year 2002, the volume 99, the pages 309, 314. There are some Chinese authors, I wouldn't name them. One European is Deborah Grady, and I'll just read the name of this paper: Evidence of Positive Selection Acting on the Dopamine Receptor Gene, dopamine receptor gene. And in this article, the authors tell that the calculation shows that this gene appeared about 45,000 years ago, and probably it was borrowed from Neanderthals. And immediately I understood that 45,000 years ago, language and culture appeared. So, and I thought that I would send a comment on this and become famous by this. But on the next page, I showed that the authors noticed this circumstance, that this appearance of this gene coincides with the flourishment of with the explosion of
Human culture.
Human culture. So they also noticed it. So I couldn't. But my discovery is that Mr. Trump has this gene, and There is also a material in the YouTube by Dr. Russell Barkley. 30 things you must know about ADHD. ADHD is a disease, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. And the people with the 7 repeats of the dopamine gene have higher risks of getting sick with this disease of attention disorder. And but I don't assert that Trump has this disease. He has only the gene polymorphism, the gene allele that statistically occurs more frequently with among the people who have his disease. But Donald Trump is normal. But what is the result of this polymorphism, of the 7 repeats? The people don't have enough dopamine in their blood. And the dopamine is what the people are striving for, seeking for. We all live to raise the level of our dopamine in our blood. And the easiest way is to drink. So the people cannot get pleasure enough, and they start drinking. They start going from bar to bar. But there is another article of the 2013 in less famous journal. I'll show you what is the journal. The Frontiers of Human Neuroscience, 26th of August. And the authors, the name of the article, the association between creativity and 7 repeat polymorphism. So this gene is connected not only with the potential disease, but the creativity also. And this man, Russell Barkley, he gives the examples of the speech of the people who have this disorder. And this pattern of this speech is exactly how Trump
Now see, it's
speaks.
ready. Why? Because the chicken
I'm not
became
sure about
white.
the eggplants, but what I have to add, in order the dish not to be too salty, I just put to it some tomatoes. But actually, I can take out the chicken because it's ready. Actually, we overlooked. Sure.
To make it, not to make it too dry. Huh?
No. Not to make the sauce too thick, because if it's too thick, then it will be too salty. At this moment, I ordered to stop the film because the meat is okay, half ready. But you just look that all the slices of the chicken fillet become white, which means that the dish is ready. I switched off the electrical cooker. I'm not worried about the cooking anymore. I can concentrate on Trump. By the way, I think that the film should be named as Alexander Kazankov, Donald Trump, and chicken fillet. I think it will be funny. So, Trump speaks short phrases. He cannot speak subordinate clauses, because the people with such genetics, they are distracted very easily, and they must substitute normal pleasures of the people have. For instance, drinking vodka, drinking beer. With the hyperactivity, he can raise up at 6 or at 5 and ring it to some companion and tell about the splendid business idea. Or Trump always praises himself. Every minute he needs additional how call it incentive in the form of the praising of the geniality of Trump from the others. And all these and many more features are the mark that Mr. Trump has the 7-repeat polymorphism of the dopamine receptor gene. That's all. Not all of it is ready, but I cannot wait. So this is which is very important. Like after putting it into your mouth,
To add some sauce.
you
inside.
sip the soup, which is exquisite. You don't need even, or you just eggplant. Garlic,
So tomatoes can stay.
onion.
And tomatoes can stay fresh, or maybe we boil them a little bit too.
Now it's happiness. If I add to tomatoes, it'll be super happiness.
Okay.
And that's it.
1, 2, 3, 4. 737 coming out of the sky. Want to take me down to Memphis on the midnight ride. I wanna move, hey, to the traveling band. I wanna fly across the land, trying to get ahead, playing with the traveling band. Listen to the radio, talking about the lost soul. Someone get excited, have to call us down the beach. I wanna move, hey, to the traveling band. I wanna fly across the land, trying to get ahead, playing with the traveling band. Take me to the hotel, baggage gone, oh well. Come on, won't you take me to the room? I wanna move, hey, to the traveling band. I wanna fly across the land, trying to get ahead, playing with the traveling band. Here we come again on a Saturday night with a fussing and a fighting. Want to take me to the right? I wanna move, hey, to the traveling band. I wanna fly across the land, trying to get ahead, playing with the traveling band. Playing with the traveling band, playing with the traveling band. I fly just across the land, I'm trying to get me ahead. Play across the land, trying to get ahead, playing with the traveling band.